you're welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to make the best coconut chin chin. And so do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to like, and do not forget to share. Leave me a comment if you'll be trying out this recipe. I would love to know. And so let's get right into the video. Please do not forget to check out the description box. I'll leave the ingredients there. And what you should know is that for this recipe, we need fresh coconuts. You heard me right. We need some fresh coconuts, and we also need our coconut to be sweet, to not be bad. Exactly. And what you're going to do is that when you get your hands on healthy, fresh, sweet coconut, you're just going to take out the shell, you're going to chop it into smaller bits, and you're just going to blend it. Everything you're going to get is what we're going to be using. We are not actually going to throw away anything from the coconut, well, except for the shell. So let's get right into the process of making this chin chin. As you can see, I have here with me my all-purpose flour. So I'm going to sift it. And I've told you guys in every other video that it is very much important for you to sift your flour. It is so important. So we are going to sift this together. You're going to combine your dry ingredients together. This is the first step. And so what we are going to add in next is our baking powder. This is very much important. In case you're trying to sift your flour, you could add it and sift at once. You can still add it like this, there's no problem. And what about some flavors, some nutmeg? You need your nutmeg. You can either use the nut itself, or you can buy it like this. Thereafter, you're going to go in with your milk powder. This is my milk powder, and I'm going to add it. And after everything you've seen, you can therefore see that this chin chin is going to be very rich. I kid you not. And also, I'm going to add in my sugar. This is because I want my chin chin to be sweet, but I'm not going to overdo the sugar quantity. This is because when you add in your wet ingredients, you get the actual taste of your chin chin. So I'm going to go in with my full milk powder. This is what I'm going to go in with. Thereafter, my salt, which is very much important too. So I'm going to add in my salt, and then I'm going to mix my ingredients properly. I always tell you guys that you have to mix it properly so everything is evenly distributed. Nothing is left at a corner. Everything is mixed up properly. So you're just going to mix this up properly while you prepare to add in your wet ingredients. But then let's go in with our wet ingredients. So in a separate bowl, you're going to crack in your eggs. This is because you want to make sure that they are fresh. Add in some water, and this is a very important step. Then to add in some water to your eggs, and you're going to whisk it properly. You're going to make sure that you whisk it properly. If you have a whisk, that's okay. Go in with your milk. This is my own evaporated milk, and this is like my peak milk. So I'm going to go in with my butter, and I'm going to use my hands, which I've already washed, to actually massage my butter and my flour until I get a crumb-like texture. That is what you want to see. You actually want to see crumbs, which shows that you're heading in the right direction. And so thereafter, I'm going to add in my wet ingredients. And after adding in my wet ingredients, I'm going to use my hands to massage it properly until I actually form a ball. And here you have in my coconut, my blended coconut. I'm going to go in bit by bit until I achieve this consistency that I'll show you guys right now. And thereafter, I'm actually just going to close this bowl. As you guys can see, this is so soft, this is rich, and this is good. So I'm going to cover and let it rise. This is my chin chin mixture 30 minutes later. So I have here with me a knife. This all depends on you. You can use your knife or your chin chin cutter, but I have here with me a knife. my chin chin cutter. I'll be trying it for the first time. And so you guys, I'm going to divide my batter, my dough, I'd rather say, and I'm going to show you guys the coconut in my dough. As you can see, where you have some white appearances, that's actually my coconut in it, and that is what I love. And so after sharing my dough into several pieces to enable me roll them faster and better, I'm actually going to dust my board and my rolling pin, and I'm just going to continue rolling. I'll roll out this dough, but then I'm going to make sure that it is not too light. I still want it a little bit thick. You do not want very light chin chin. And I'm going to use my dough cutter to actually cut it. As you can see, this is how thick it is. Not too thick, not too thin, but very much okay. And this particular process depends on you. You can decide to want your chin chin so thick. You can decide to make your chin chin so light. That is all okay. So as you can see, my dough cutter is doing the best. And this is another method where you use your knife. And as you can see, my knife is doing a great job too. So you guys, I would love to say that when it comes to the shape and sizes of your chin chin, this all depends on you. You can decide to cut it into whichever shape. And as you can see, I am done cutting my chin chin. I actually dusted these pans with flour and placed my chin chin on them. And as you can see, I went in for one particular or uniform size, and I also went in for a uniform shape, which is the square shape. You need to actually see the old one that I know of, which is this. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever seen chin chin made like this or you have an experience with it. So I'm going to heat up my oil in some pot. Make sure that your oil is hot. This is me using a skewer to actually try, and I'm just going to go in with one of my chin chin pieces. I'll go in with a piece of chin chin to actually see if the oil is hot enough, and yes, it is hot enough. So I'm going to add in my chin chin to my pot or my oil, and I'm just going to fry. That's all that there is to this process. You're just going to fry it, and as you can see, once you add it to your hot oil, it is actually going to float because the heat from the oil is actually going to scatter it, even if it might have been together. So as you can see, my chin chin is frying up nicely and properly. Then we are going to see this color, and this is to make you understand that this chin chin is actually frying, but then it is not ready. And then you're going to see this color. This is still attesting to the fact that your chin chin is frying. It's still not okay. And here is the color. One thing about chin chin is that you don't have to let it get too brown on the fire, because when it cools off, it actually becomes darker than the initial color. So this is the second batch of chin chin, and I'm going to fry it, and I'm equally going to show you guys the progress. And so I'd love to let you guys see it. This is it when it is almost ready, and you're just going to keep on stirring. You stir continuously. If your chin chin does not get dry on the fire and you put it out, once it gets cold, it's still not going to get dry. It's not going to be crispy. Thank you guys for watching. You can actually seal up your chin chin in bottles, plastic bowls, plastic wrappers, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.